Today we're looking at the question types in Paper 2 Comprehension, specifically inference question. You should have your handout with you. Your handout should look like this, with a highlighter and a pen in your hand. Let's get started. Today we're looking at quotation question. So, quotation question requires you to pick out an exact word or phrase, sentence from the passage. This is what you're required to do. Copy exactly and correctly as found in the passage. Now you must not use your own words, and you have to use the open and close quotation marks for your chosen answer from the passage. Every single word in your answer must be both necessary and relevant to the question. Now you can be asked any of the following. It can be a word, a phrase. Now, a phrase is a small group of words, but it's not a full sentence. Now, a full sentence means it begins with a capital letter and ends with a full stop or any end punctuation. What are some of the end punctuation that you can recall? Question mark, exclamation mark, and even ellipsis. An expression can be represented by a word or a phrase. So if you are asked to quote or write a specific number of words, make sure that you have that exact number in your answer. No more, no less. In other words, if you are expected to give a 3-word quote or 3-word phrase, you can only give 3 words, not 4, not 5. Now you can choose to phrase your answer in a complete sentence, such as the word is dangling, or you can just write the answer down as dangling. But most importantly, you must remember to write your quotation mark. Okay, it can be a single quotation mark or a double quotation mark. And you have to ensure that your answer is accurate. Accuracy, what does it mean? It means that every word in your answer is both necessary and relevant to the question. And you must spell the word accurately. If not, you get 0. Now let's try the exercises together now. Exercise A. Your grandfather was a magnificent poacher. It was he who taught me all about it. I caught the poaching fever from him when I was 10 years old, and I have never lost it since. Pick out the phrase that suggests addicted to hunting. Let's take a look at each sentence. First sentence. Your granddad was a magnificent poacher. Is it relevant to addicted to hunting? No. It was he who taught me all about it. Does it answer addicted to hunting? No. I caught the poaching fever from him when I was 10 years old and I've never lost it since. Which part is exactly answering the question? Is it I caught the poaching fever? No. There is some words that are irrelevant here. So what is the correct answer. Remember, every word in your answer must be both necessary and relevant. So, the answer should be caught the poaching fever. Okay, now, how do you write the answer? Yes, the first thing you need to do is to write the quotation mark. Then, make sure that you copy each word correctly, and every word in the answer must be necessary and relevant. Okay. Part 2. Have not stopped. Is it I have never lost it since? No, there are extra words there. So remember, every word in your answer must be both necessary and relevant to the question. Have not stopped. Does it include I? No. So the answer should be have never lost it since. How do you write the answer? Write the quotation mark first. Next, make sure you copy every word correctly. Have never lost it since. Alright, let's do exercise B. He begged his mother for months for a guitar so that he could play Black Eyed Peas songs to Angie, a girl he liked. But after he had finally gotten one for Christmas, he found out that guitars don't play themselves. He took a few lessons, but strumming the strings hurt his fingers, and he didn't like holding the pick. So now the $500 guitar lives under his bed. The question is, pick out the expression that suggests Jacob had lost interest in his guitar. What are you asked to do? Are you asked to find a word, a phrase, or a sentence? You're asked to find an expression. So what does expression mean? It can be a word or a phrase. So we are looking for something that suggests Jacob had lost interest in his guitar. Is it in the first line? No. Is it in the second line? No. Is it in the third line? Yes. Lost interest in the guitar. Has it got something to do with strumming the strings hurt his fingers? No. He didn't like holding the pick? No. So now the $500 guitar lives under his bed? Yes. The last phrase sounds accurate. Now, what is the exact answer then? Is it this? The $500 lives under his bed? No. There's one word that is very, very important to show that Jacob had lost interest in his guitar. And that word is now. Now, the $500 guitar lives under his bed showed that previously Jacob was interested. Now, Jacob has lost interest in his guitar. how do you write the answer? Remember, quotation mark. And you need to make sure that every word in your answer is necessary, relevant, and copied accurately. Now, small letters, the, 500 dollar guitar lists under his bed. Do you put a full stop outside? Yes. I've explained how to do quotation questions.